Hey guys, quick Pitmasters blog. Um, if you are a child, turn this off. It's not for you. If you're an adult and you have your kid around, turn it off. Watch it when you're not with a kid around. Just some of the language and stuff's not kid friendly. So anyway, all right, got a few things I want to talk about. Okay, first thing, Jason Collins, gay basketball player. Came out of the closet. He's gay. Good for you. You're gay and you admitted it in a pseudo, quasi, gay phobic type sport. And that is good. It took a lot of courage to do it. Congratulations. Nothing against gays. They're part of our society and always have been. They're equal to us in every way. They're just different in their sexual orientation. But a couple things that are kind of funny about it. I mean, I'm not saying it's a gay sport, but basketball is definitely one of the more, I don't know. I mean, if somebody's taking a layup shot and somebody brushes against their fingers, they fall on the ground and hold their hand and cry and whine, and it's a foul. If brushing someone's fingers is a foul in any kind of sport, how tough is that sport? I mean, really? I mean, come on. Running up and down, that's great. Great athleticism. Jumping, you got to take a lot of skill. But, I mean, there's nothing tough about basketball. You know, it does take skills. So does, dancing on ice. But there's nothing tough about basketball. There's no contact. So with the great basketball players out there, Michael Jordan, these freaking phenoms, that's great. But for these basketballs that try to act tough, tat themselves all over and, try to act like they're tough in the game and throw their chest out, bro, try football or maybe some MMA if you think you're tough. Basketball, you just don't try to act tough in basketball. That's like a figure skater trying to act like a badass. Just don't do it. Okay? Play your sport, great sport, jump for the hoop and all that, and takes a lot of skill. But don't act tough. You're not tough. If you're tough, you'd be playing football where you're ramming each other, rugby, or even take that step and do some fighting. But good for you, Jason Collins, for having the balls to come out and admit you're gay. But then on the other side of that, Obama, he has so much free time on his hands. He's taking the time to do a news conference and call Jason Collins at home and congratulate him for admitting he's gay. Okay? He congratulated him for admitting he's gay. Okay? That same day he did that, 14 Americans died in Afghanistan because you, President Obama, sent them there to die. You didn't call one of their parents. You didn't call one of their wives. You didn't call one of their kids. Okay? You called Jason Collins and congratulated him for being gay. Okay? Not a single word to the American heroes that are dying because you're sending them to a place they shouldn't be anyway. Great president we got there, guys. You guys voted for him once. Shame on you. You voted for him the second time. Ooh, not good. You guys are not too sharp. Okay? Another one. Robert Bales. He might get life or probably executed for the massacre in Afghanistan. Not a good thing to do, but hey, Obama, you sent him there with a gun to be shot at. Sorry he flipped out a little bit. But he's being court-martialed. He killed, I think, 6 kids and 8 adults. How many kids has Obama killed in the last 5 years with drone missiles? Kids, women, and civilians. I think it's close to 1,000. Is there a court-martial called for there? Some kind of anything? Is that terrorism? The drones going over to Afghanistan and Pakistan and killing innocent civilians, kids, women. Some poor woman's carrying her kid and she gets shot down by a drone because Obama's. Are you at the controls of this? Like some fucking psycho playing a video game? Is that murder? Is it not? What? Am I that crazy where I'm the only one that sees it that way? I guess I am. But anyway. All right, you guys have voted for him. I guess you approve of that. You must have. You endorsed it, so good for you guys too. Good job, guys. Okay, enough of that. Let's go on to something else. Last thing I'll talk about, it keeps coming up, so I keep talking about it. It's in the news all the time, and I'm trying to do like recent news, like the Robert Bales and the Jason Collins. More gun control. Let me just ask you guys one question, okay? Anyone in favor of increasing gun control? Anyone against innocent citizens, felony-free, took a background check, and a shooting course? Are you against carry, concealed carry? If you're against concealed carry, I'm not saying I hope it happens to your daughter or you deserve it, but if you are against Americans carrying weapons for self-defense, then if your daughter is walking home one day at night, in the day, whatever, and she gets abducted, beaten, and viciously raped because she couldn't defend herself with the gun because of the liberals being totally against that, who does that fall on? Do you think she should be able to defend herself? If your daughter is driving in her car at night with her kids in her minivan and some guy at a stop sign carjacks her and viciously murders her because she is not allowed to carry a loaded gun in her car and defend herself, what do you think then? Do you think she should be able to defend herself? Do you think your daughter should be able to protect herself from being viciously attacked? Yes or no? Simple question. Or do you think she should have to learn some self-defense moves and fight off that male attacker with a knife or maybe even a gun? Okay? Think about that when you guys start spouting off against, carrying concealed weapons for honest, law-abiding citizens who pass the background check, and I believe that, and fingerprints and a course, a gun safety course. But if you're against that because you think they'll be too much like the Wild West if anyone had a gun, imagine it with only the criminals carrying guns and all the innocent, law-abiding citizens not. Because if you're stupid enough to think all the gun control in the world is going to prevent every criminal from carrying a gun, obtaining a gun, and using a gun against the innocent people, you are so dumb it's not even funny. I shouldn't even be talking to you. Please turn this off if you're that stupid. If you're stupid enough to think severe gun control, tight gun control, will prevent the criminals from carrying guns, if you're honestly stupid enough to believe that, you need to either go jump off a fucking cliff somewhere or just turn this off, because I can't even talk to someone so moronic. What you have to understand is criminals will always have guns. Okay? They will always prey on law-abiding citizens. And if law-abiding citizens aren't allowed to protect themselves, okay, we become victims. Walking fucking targets. And if you're too stupid to realize that, then you need to not carry a gun. Okay? And I hope to God nothing happens to your poor daughter. But if it does, it's because of you. Who you voted for and what laws you backed. Okay? So just something to think about. Okay? Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. If you like this, subscribe to it. If you don't like it, subscribe to it. Comment. Tell me how I'm wrong. Please, I got to hear this. I got to hear the moronic arguments that you guys have, if you have any, against that. All right? Talk to you later.